All right, we're live. Polls are now closing in Arizona in 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, polls closed in Arizona. So, welcome everyone to election night in Arizona. We are live here, Arizona U.S. Senate primary. I am alone for this stream. Dante's on vacay, but you can go and check out his blog. I'll put it in the description of this video of the stream in a few minutes. But if you have Substack, it is at tuning out the static. All right, so you guys may see this little tiny tool on my screen here. This is my tool to help me. Whoops. This will help me with everything. It won't let me. I think it's broken. All right. All right. Let me just reload this right quick. Anyways, that tool will help me out uh, for a bit. All right. Let's see if it works again. Yep, it works. All right. So this is Arizona primary. We got Kerry for the U.S. Senate. We got Kerry Lake versing off against Mark Lamb. We'll go over a little polling and stuff in a little bit with my new marker tool. Let's now go over to the congressional districts. This is the first congressional district. We're watching both the Democratic and the Republican primaries. So Schweikert, this is to go up against Dave Schweikert of the first. It is a Democratic trending right seat in the northwestern suburbs of Maricopa, of Phoenix. It includes the downtown area. And let's go over to the second now. This is a new red. It's a safe Republican district. Eli Crane running for re-election. He is facing a challenge from the moderate side of the party. He's facing Jack Smith, not that Jack Smith, not the special counsel. This is a state senator, I believe, challenging Crane because of Crane's activities in Congress. Now, the third district, this this is a safe Democratic seat. We will not, so we don't have to talk about it much. That's the winner of the Democratic primary to replace Ruben Gallego, who's running for Senate. Will go to Congress this fall in November. And win in November, go to Congress in January. Yasmin Ansari, Rakil Tehran, and Dwayne Wooten are running for that seat. In Arizona 6, we got Kristen Engel is the Democratic nominee. It's uncontested here. Laban Sikamani is facing a primary challenge from the right with Kathleen Wynne, who finished third in this district, I believe, 2 years ago. And finally, the 8th district of Arizona. This is a crazy primary. We got several former Arizona candidates and nominees running in representatives running in this. We got former congressman from this district, Trent Franks, who resigned in disgrace in 2018, which led to Lesko getting elected. Debbie Lesko is retiring to run for board of supervisors in Maricopa. He's Trent Franks. The 4 is Trent Franks, the former congressman. Abe Hamaday. He is I believe he was the attorney general nominee 2 years ago, but lost to I forgot the attorney general's name, but he lost by like 200 votes. Blake Masters, he lost the Senate race to uh, Mark Kelly 2 years ago. So that's a race we're going to watch all night. So we're waiting for results, but let's go over. Let me get out my handy dandy marker. Whoop, wrong. Um, whoop, I stopped sharing. Whoops. Let me get the Senate up. Right click, folks. All right, the Senate. Before we get first results, let me get out the handy dandy text tool here. So, in 2022 GOP Gov primary, Lake won. Lake won it by. Hold on. Whoops. Oh my gosh. Lake won it by 4.8%. While she's leading right now, Mark Lamb. Lake plus 24.5%. I calculated this earlier. So that's what's happening in the polls. Lake coming in a heavy favorite. She leads Mark Lamb by 24.5 points. So yeah. Let me so other tools we got here. So for us to watch, I am watching the. Oh my god! All right, I'm watching the turnout here in Phoenix. I'm also watching up. We're gonna watch what happens in Phoenix and Flags in Tucson, but also up here in the Flagstaff area. We'll see what happens up there. All right, so that's what my tool can do for you guys. That's what we were. That's what you were. That's what we're looking at for the U.S. Senate primary. We're still waiting for the first results to come in. I don't know when the first results are going to come in, but I'm just going to wait here. Oh yeah, Mark Graham is the Pinal County Sheriff, I believe. Yes, it is the Pinal County Sheriff. He's in Carrie Lake. She lost to the governor's race 2 years ago to Katie Hobbs. See, Lake has yet to concede her loss 2 years ago. All right. So I'm gonna. So let me get out the tools. We gotta watch Pima. That is Pima County. That's Tucson. And Maricopa, which is county. That is Phoenix, in the suburbs of Phoenix. We need to watch those, see the turnout, And Kerry Lake is a very Kerry Lake is the heavy favorite here, but again, we gotta watch and see the margins here. All right, so let's go over to the first district of Arizona. I'm gonna say right now, watch right here, Phoenix suburbs, northeast Phoenix suburbs. Again, the turnout for both sides of the primary. Watch both the northeast suburbs of Phoenix. This is Maricopa, but you need to watch Phoenix, northeastern part of town. That's in the first. All right. In the second, for you need to watch Maricopa. It's the outer parts of Maricopa County and Pima County. We gotta watch that. You gotta also watch above here. That's Flagstaff area. Crane's the favorite, of course, but you also gotta watch those areas for again turnout margins. It's about the margins here in Arizona. You know that. For this, for the primary here, I don't even have to use the tool here. My cool tool here. We got it's basically the entire is basically Phoenix, only Phoenix here. So again, watch the turnout, watch the margins. Arizona 6, we gotta watch right here. It's right outside of the Tucson. That's really what you gotta watch. The Tucson area, it's right outside Tucson, the suburbs of Tucson, the eastern part of town. You gotta watch the suburbs there. Again, margins is the name of the game here. And then in the 8th, I don't believe, I do not believe, you gotta watch up here, Phoenix. You gotta watch Phoenix area. Again, margins is the name of the game. You should always notice it's a broken record now. But again, margins, name of the game. So again, margins is the name of the game. Again, Arizona is infamously slow, so we might not. I started the stream at 8, not 8. I am so sorry. The polls closed at 10 Eastern, but 8 o'clock in Arizona. I was right, but I just worded it so wrong. All right. So again, you're gonna watch right here, Phoenix, Tucson area. Margins is the name of the game. It's going to be like that all night. What's going to be the margins in Maricopa and Pima? Also, you gotta watch out for over here in the southwest part of the state, Yuma. That's another big chunk of voter base up down there. Gotta watch the margin there. Again, I'm sorry if I'm sounding like a broken record here, but it's all about the margins. Like Kerry Lake might win Maricopa, but will the margins be there for her to win? Which would probably be there, but again, you gotta watch the margins, especially if you're one of these congressional candidates. I'm probably going to have to use the Secretaries of State office for some of those congressional races. But but then I might not even get the precinct by precinct results. So it's going to be difficult to know who's running it up in Phoenix, for example. It'll be more easy to like what's to say? It'll be easier with the Senate and with the sixth and the second because we know the big voting block is right there in Tucson. So we're just here waiting. All right. So if you want to know what the margins were in 2018, this seat was up in 2018. That is ugly. Holy crap. All right. 2018. Hold on. I don't have it on top of my head. Let me go back to the Wikipedia right quick. Oop. 2.3, basically. 2.3% is the margin of Cinema's victory 6 years ago. So that's what you are looking for. If you're Ruben Gallego, you got a bit of some wiggle room, but not a lot. So let's see here. All right, let me go look on Twitter right quick and see when the results are going to come in. Because um, Arizona is very slow. I did not see anything. Oh well. So again, I'm sorry if I'm sounding like a broken record, but right here, Tucson, Phoenix, in the suburbs, that's the name of the game. You need to have the margins there. All right. Again, Arizona is very slow, so we're gonna probably be sitting here for a while. Man, the Astros need to fire the manager. God damn. All right, so I'm gonna go over to the second district. So again, for anyone, sorry for sounding like a broken record, but let's see. So for Eli Crane, he probably wants to run it up here, right here. That's bad. Let me just do a line. He probably wants to run it up here. He definitely wants to run up right here, which is Yavapai County. Yavapai County. Is that how you pronounce it? It's a very red county. Um, he probably wants to run it up there as much as he can. Um, for Smith, if you want to appeal to moderates, he probably need to do it here in Cochino County, which is Flagstaff. You also probably need to do it right here. Probably need to do it right here, which is the suburbs of Phoenix. You probably need to do it there. Run it up in the suburbs of Phoenix, plus run it up in Flagstaff if you're Jack Smith. Not that Jack Smith, but this guy is a state legislator. All right, so there's not all results yet, but we are still patiently waiting. According to the Secretary of State of Arizona, there is almost there is 4.9 million registered voters in the state of Arizona. All right, we're still waiting on Arizona's results. I sound like a broken record, but again, this race is going to be decided by Phoenix, Tucson, and May in Yuma. And that's where this race is going to be basically decided in. It's going to be margins there that determine this race. Will basically determine any race in Arizona. All right, so let me go over Arizona 6 tonight. So let's go over Arizona 6. So here we go. So this race is going to be determined right here in Tucson. It is the eastern suburbs of Tucson. Let's say Sycamore gets. Let's just say Sycamore gets 57% in Tucson. Let me get good color. There we go. But what if the rest of the area here, Lynn gets about 65%. So that means Tucson, the margin in Tucson will really matter in this case. Because if one can get 65 in a huge area, then the populated area's margin becomes very critical. I sound like a broken record, but it's the truth. Oh, why does Arizona have to be in on a single day? Why couldn't it be on like multiple primary days so I could at least go over some of the results? Man, why does it take so long? Oh man. Alright, so let's go over what is key to tonight. Well, Phoenix. Oh my god, that was bad. This area right here. That's terrible, but that's fine. And right here. And up here. Margins are everything. For the first, again, the biggest. Oh, that was terrible. Right here. Phoenix. That is important because the turnout there is needed for a win. Alright, now let's go over to the second. So, right here, right up here, it's a very important turnout area for Crane, also for Smith. Let me just give you an example. So, let's see. Let's see if I'm going to use red for Crane. If Crane wins down here, the redder parts of the district, the more conservative parts of the district, right here as well. Let's say he gets 57%. That was terrible, but you get the point. Let's say, let's use for Jack Smith, we'll use orange, this orange. Let's say Smith right here gets a combined 65. Let's go with 65. What will outweigh the votes? Well, the two population centers, more Democratic, the more population centers in Arizona. So in that scenario, Jack Smith would win. That's why every vote is those margins in those very populated areas are basically needed here. Let me just go back to red. So what's let me explain it to you in the sixth. Alright, so there we go. I'll use Sycamore in red. Win will be in yellow. So let's say Sycamore wins here in two. Well, crap. Let's say in Tucson, Juan Sycamore gets 55%. And in the rest of the district, sorry, my drawing is bad. Let's say Win gets about 65% here. Reading is going to be pretty favored in that capital win because He's getting 45% in the Tucson area, which is a big bunch of votes, while on the other hand, he's getting 65% in the rest, the rural parts, while Sycamore is getting 35. So you be the judge. So that's why margins really matter in Arizona. I could do this for the Senate as well. Like, it's pretty easy to tell why Tucson, Phoenix, and some extent Yuma and Flagstaff are important. It's because the huge amount of votes that comes in it'll be the margins that determine the winner of the race. So as we wait here for the first results, just keep in mind that it doesn't really matter who wins Maricopa, who wins Pima. It's going to depend on those margins. So if, for example, let's say Kerry Lake right here, that's terrible, but gets 52%, and let's say Mark Lamb gets about 60 in the rest. Who do you think is going to be advantage? Lamb, because it's going to be the margins for Lake are enough that Lamb will still win even without winning Maricopa. So keep that in mind. All right, so in the description below is the link to my friend Dante's blog. Tune it out. Tuning out the static. He just had 40 subscribers, so it's a great time for him. He does primary overviews and all that's nice jazz, and yeah, he's basically going in the written part of everything. So if you want, go subscribe to him. He is pretty detailed in a lot of that stuff. So It's in the description if you want to check him out. Alright, so polls have been closed for about an hour, and we have yet to get results here in Arizona. Oh, we just results are. It's this said first result, so it's expected at the 11. Why? All right. So we should begin results almost pretty soon. So no results yet. Oh, they just projected that Ruben Gallego has won. Okay, we know that he's uncontested. Um, if you guys want to actually know how much votes Gallego has gotten, well, Gallego will probably get or has gotten. It's on the Secretary of State of Arizona's website. I will provide the numbers from. That's where the numbers are coming from when you're using the New York Times. So all the results that has come in is just projecting the winners of uncontested races. So we're still waiting on results now. We just got projections on those uncontested races. And there we go. We got our first results. Mark Lamb has the lead in the Arizona Senate race. It is Pinal County. That's where he's from. He's getting 62% of the votes here compared to. And whoa, we're getting results fast here. 45% immediately comes in, and Kerry Lake only leads by 11 points. All right, so this is pretty good numbers for so far for Mark Lamb. It's still early, but oh shit. All right. So it's plus 18 in up here for Lake and Coconino County. For and all right. So Lake leads by 11. Still a pretty good start from Mark Lando. So plus 18 up here in Coconino County. Mohave plus 30 for Lake. In Navajo County, it's plus 11. And then in Maricopa, it's plus 13. And for Lamb, I'll use this color. He leads plus you can't see that crap. Plus 27. Yuma Lake leads by 24. So on the performances is leading to this right. It's leading to this margin right now of almost 11 point, only 11-point lead for Lake when he led by 24 points coming into tonight. So that is something for Mark Lamb. All right. Again, that's why it's very important here. Look, Lake only leads by 13 points in Maricopa. Well, the counties that are voting for Lamb, 27 points. I doubt Lamb will win any counties, but you'll never know. It's a shit. And there goes another county. It's a Calcais County. Mark Lamb only trailing there. It's only a plus 8 there. That is a shitty performance all around here for Kerry Lake. We got Kerry Lake is Gila County plus 8 again. It's getting worse for Kerry Lake right now. We got a ton of votes still needing to come in all these areas, but yikes, this is not a good performance for Lake this early. All right, so we already got a ton of vote in here for the Arizona 1st Congressional District. Look at this. The 6-point difference separates 1st, Amish Shaw, and 4th, Connor O'Callaghan. That is crazy. Good news for Dave Swikert. This is about 37-point lead, 37.5-point lead. So good stuff going on for the Swikert campaign. Again, the Swikert has been dealing with scandals. And I didn't even need to talk about Eli Crane. He is doing terrific for it. Like, he defeats Jack Smith It's a win of about 55 exact. So let's go over some numbers right quick. It's a tie Mohave County, but it's only one vote. 2 votes, okay. Oh crap. Ugh. Did not mean to do that. But we won't be visiting it anyway. So let's go on to the 6th. Pretty good performance right now for Juan Sikamani. He leads by 30.6. Graham County, Sikamani wins by 42. In Kokais, he's winning by 44. And in Pinal, he's leading by 20. And that's some good news for him right now, because that's great news, because you might not need to wait till Pima to come in. So pretty good night to start off for Juan Sikamani here. And look at this. This is Abraham Hamadea and Break Masters. Look at this. Bantuma, 65% in. Hamadea is ahead by 6 points over Masters, but Masters is only a 1.1% ahead of Bantuma, the former congressman for this district, only at 17.4. So great stuff for Abe Hamadea. We will continue to take on this race. So right here, Senate primary. We got our county right now for Mark Lamb. He leads +7 in Graham County. He leads Pinal by +27. So good stuff coming out for Mark Lamb so far. He's definitely doing some good work right now. Oop. His lead, Lake's lead, is about 57,000. And he only leads Phoenix, Maricopa by around 38K for Lake. So she's doing okay, but that lead is not that good for her right now. And here we go. We got our projection. Dave Swiker will win renomination. He wins by about 25,000 votes over Kim George. His primary opponents have been wanting him gone because of his scandals, but Schweikert wins. His race I have not really been paying showing you guys yet. It's the 3rd District of Arizona. Let me let me get the 3rd District back up there. Look how close it is. It's 1100. It's about 1400 votes, give or take, between Anasari and Tehran. It's a 4.5 lead right now. So it's close. That's the Republican race if you are interested. So now let's go over to the 6th again. Oh boy, we got Pima in. We got Pima. Juan Sicamani only leads Pima by 20. Pinal, he leads by 20. Graham, he leads by 42. And he's leading Coach Chais by 44. But a big chunk of the population is right here, which he is only. So he in Pima he only leads by 9,000. In Pinal, he only leads by 2,000. In Graham, he leads by. So that combined is 11,000. He leads by 16, about 16K. Not only the results for the 8th district, even though it's looking pretty good for Abraham Hamadeh. He leads by 4,700 votes, give or take, over Blake Masters. Maricopa County and Legislative Senate and House. Sure. They don't have it on the New York Times, but I can check the Secretary of State races website. So this is 377,000 votes for Ruben Gallego. So look at this, 200. So we got about Republicans leading these primaries. So local races. So you looking at you want Maricopa. All right. That's state legislative races. So we got a 2,000 vote lead here for Mark Fincham for State Senate #1. That is crazy. He ran for Secretary of State 2 years ago. Didn't know he was running. Didn't even know he was running. And the Maricopa County website crashed. Okay. Oh, never mind. It's back. This is not Maricopa, but the Secretary of State. So Maricopa, let me see. So this is Congress. It doesn't seem to have the county elections either, so I might need to go to the county website. Good batch of votes just came in for Carrie Lake. She leads to Pima by 20 points. That's a great number. She leads by 20 in Pima County. Let me get a brighter color for the lake. Let me get a different color for lake. Let me use purple for lake. She leads by 13 in Maricopa, plus 20 in Pima. Right here, Santa Cruz, she leads by 23. Precise by 8. Yuma by 24. La Paz by 28. No, that's 23. Right here, Mohave plus 30. Yavipidi, I don't know how to pronounce that. It's a 23 point lead here so far. 18 in Cocotino. Navajo, it's 11. And Gila plus 8. But for Pinal, Lamb plus 27. And right here, Lamb plus 9 in Graham County. So that's some good numbers for both sides. No problem. So that's roughly the numbers we're seeing right now. So Lake's lead is plus 62,000 right now. Lamb is getting 8K in Pinal. And he leads by about 300, give or take, in Graham. Oh, that was terrible. That's also bad. So in his states, he leads by, in his counties, he has a 8,300 vote lead in his counties combined. So the thing is, how much is he going to gain in those counties? And how much is left? So Lamb needs to make up somewhere. So with Maricopa, we have not gotten any results, but he's only trailing by 13. Uh, Again in Pima, he trails by 11,000. He could make up some. I'm having trouble seeing the math here for Mark Lamb, but Lake came into today. Lake's lead coming into today the average Lake led by 24.5 points, and the polling average coming into today. So she's underperforming her polling once again. She didn't do pretty well. She underperformed her polling for governor race in 22, and wow, okay, we got Granley County 11 point lead. She only gained about 55. Only gained about, give or take, 50 votes. She only gained it by 50 votes. I mean, 2 years ago, she won every county, but the margins were pretty small in each of them. She's getting pretty good margins in the counties she's winning right now. So again, the margin 6,200 votes. I don't really see the math here for Mark Lamb, but 62,000 votes. I don't really see the math here for Mark Lamb, because Lake could gain in both Pinal and Graham. But from what I'm seeing for all right, so now let's see for again, we got a pretty close race here in Arizona 1. We got Shaw and Charney, I believe. I don't know how it's. Look at this. Oh, that is not what I need. I need right here. Boom. Look at this. First and fourth is separated by 4,000 votes, give or take. It's more around 3,500, but you guys get the point. First is 24.2, fourth 18.3. So very close race here in a packed race here in the first district of Arizona. And I think we got a call for Ron Sicamani. Hold on, it's loading up. Give it a sec. Yes, we do. Juan Sicamani, Leo nominated here. Again, the math looked bad for win. Yeah, that math was bad for win. So you probably needed to. Highlighter is not good. She needed to. Let me just use orange. She needed to destroy Sycamore. She needed to beat Sycamore out here in the more rural areas of the district to even have a shot here at a win. So not a surprising win, but again, people were watching it because of more on the more very conservative side of the party, of the Republican Party, were supporting Wynne, while the rest are supporting Siscomani. All right. So 3 races for the Republicans already down. Again, I don't see Lake giving up the 62,000 vote gap here. It's a 62.7 thousand vote lead right now. I don't see Lamb cutting that gap. Again, Lamb in his 2 counties leads by a combined 8,300 votes. So that was about 0, sorry. 8,300. Let me see what's going on in Maricopa County. I might need to go to the county website. No. Oh, elections department. There, I went to the right place. The first search. Okay. Maricopa Recorder, elections. Results and data. There we go. Election results. Oh shoot! This is the them. So this is all Democrats. What? All right. So they don't have Republican results. All right. All right. So we're looking at District 3 here. Let me give me a sec. There we go. Still plus 1,403. Just over 1,400 votes here. Lead. We're a 4.5 percentage point race. Nothing has updated here in the third. And we got results now back from the Senate race here in Arizona. We got oof. Lake in Apache gained around 400 votes. But with the results that came in, her lead now is, but for the whole drops, she now leads by 63,000. She just leads about 63.1. She was about 62.1 earlier, so she's gaining. She's starting to pad her lead here over Sheriff William. Yes, they all makes them wait an hour apparently to police results. Let's see what. So yeah, this is very good for Lake right now. She's starting to pad her lead. She now leads by 63,000, 60.3.1. The last update was around 62.7 lead. So there's the potential for no. Where's the potential for Lamb? Well, obviously Pinal has not dropped anything. He leads by 8,000 there. Holy crap, that's small. Hold on. He leads about 8,000 in Pinal. So he can still gain there. But I don't know how much he'll be able to gain there in Pinal. Another one, obviously the big one, Maricopa. It's the closest of the big population centers. He's trailing about 38,000, 38.8 thousand. So he might have to. So he's down 38,000 in Maricopa. So maybe he could chop that lead. Well, especially down here in the here. Let me read. Especially right here in the rural areas of the state, of the county. Pima, I can see him try and gain. He's down 11,000 here. Again, he might need to it's hard to see the math for him when Lake again leads by 63.1. That was terrible one. 63.1 thousand. So he needs. All right. Hmm. So we have not gotten any more results here from any other congressional races. We the last update from the Senate shows Carrie Lake gained about 400 votes. So her net lead is now over 63,000. It's hard to find the math here for Mark Lamb when his two counties that he's winning, he leads by about 8,300 combined. For Mark, I think he will, from these two, he might gain like 1,500 or so. Uh, it max 1,500, possible. So that would bring it down to just under 22, just over 20, just under 21, that around 21,000. Um, of course, Tornado quit when the results were about to come in. Of course. So I'm the only smallest channel that's streaming right now, so that's fun. All right. All right. So, oh, there it is. Carrie Lake has won. AP has just called it. Again, I was, I was like trying to figure out the math for Mark Lamb, but the AP has figured it out that he will not have a chance. He does not he can. The math is too difficult for him, and there we go. So Carrie Lake wins. I'll continue to see what's going on with the math there. All right, let's go to the first. Well, we have yet to get any more votes back in, but look, the crowd is separated by about 4,000 votes in this. So this is Maricopa. Here's Phoenix right here. And right here is the Exford suburbs. Shaw leads by about 2.6. So this is a very packed race here. So here's the 8th. So the 8th, yeah, this is 8th. It's looking like it'll be Hamaday leads by about 4,000. I don't know how much vote is left here in the city of Phoenix for this district, but it's a pretty good number for Hamaday right now. Almost 30%. Masters in Tuma. Or basically neck and neck for second. It's not good for Blake Masters. Seems like he might be losing his second election in a row. So let's. So they always declare Blake the winner, but I was doing the math earlier about how Lamb can make up that 63.1 thousand deficit to Lake. So I was starting here, and that's about a point, like 1,000 max maybe for him. But looking at Phoenix here, the Maricopa County, it was looking he would have to make up an insane deficit in Maricopa. In Pima County, again, that deficit, again, he had to make up a huge deficit there. Coming up here, Cocotino, this is Flagstaff, not a lot of votes there. Yavapai County, again, you had to make up a ton of votes there. So, again, Mohave, again, you needed to make up a ton of votes there. So, it was hard to do the math for Lamb. That's why Lake was declared the winner. Whoops. Whoop. All right. Again, I think that's Again, it was pretty impossible here to see her. See how Lamb with these two counties can make up that deficit without taking. So he was probably only going to gain. Lamb was probably going to gain at max 1,500, but even then, Lake could chop that out. In Tucson, FEMA, he was down 11,000. Lake could expand her lead there. In Phoenix, it's about 30,000. Lake can expand her lead there. And up here, look at these leads for Lake in these very red rule. 7,000. That's a 30-point lead. That's a 23-point lead. 9,000. An 8-point lead. In the states where he's having Lamb is close, right here, and right here, is not enough votes. So the math is not there for Lamb. And even then, Lake could gain like he has been doing. So I don't think we're going to get any more results for a while. So I think I'm going to end it there. Thank you all for another successful stream, and I'll see you guys next week. We got Michigan, Kansas, Washington, and what else? Well, mainly Kansas and Washington. Is going to be pretty packed. So I'll be there 8 p.m. next week. And we just got more votes. Here, let me look at that. Lake gained. Look at that. Lamb gained 3 votes. Lamb only gained 3 votes here in the latest batch. Like, it's. The numbers are really bad. So thank you guys so much for watching. 8 p.m. next week. Next Tuesday, we will have more results. Thank you for watching.